Here with a Raw review. I normally don't review Raw, but since I'm off this week, I put in PTO. I got I haven't did one of these in a while. So, as I scroll up on my notes, this is the XP Podcast. Expendable Potential. XP Podcast. So the Raw after WrestleMania. This is the time where the crowd gets more vocal than ever. So much pandemonium as far as the chants is concerned. But as watching this match, I could honestly tell you that the crowd fucking sucks. I mean, they did the fucking rant and well, not rant, but they did those chants and whatever. But it wasn't really the same unlike last year's or the year before. You know, the Raw after WrestleMania. After that long ass WrestleMania that we've watched, I'm guessing that hometown crowd was like, "I'm tired." But for the opening segment of this show, Seth Rollins comes out and he talks about how he defeated Brock Lesnar after he had he survived the L5 outstanding at the same time. I'm listening to like what he's saying, and the only thing I'm getting is John Cena. This is how mediocre the writing staff is that's directed by Vince McMahon. Obviously, the writing staff is doing a good job as in like creating ideas for the show, but everything comes to Vince. He has the final say in everything. You know, it's like everything is so predictable and hokey and very corny as hell. But hey, it's not news to anybody. We know that who's running the show is Vince, and it's just it don't come across as believable. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I don't know why I say it. I said it like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk like that. Anyway, so on my notes that I typed up while watching the show, um, Seth Rollins opened up the show, did a promo about defeating Brock Lesnar. Then Kofi Kingston came out with the New Day. Totally shocked everybody because we thought we was going to wait till tomorrow. And then Kofi challenged Seth in the winner takes all because hey, if the Rimmer did it, so can we. And that was about it. Then for the first match of the night, Hawkins and Zack Ryder defended their tag team championships, which they won from the Revival at WrestleMania. The Revival got a rematch, which I was like, did they ban like the rematches after you lose the title? Because when you lose the title, you automatically go to the back of the line, but not for this instance. I mean, Hawkins did get look creative in how he should run. He played possum, and then all of a sudden he puts Dash Router. I think the one with the mustache, like the beard, the handlebar beard and mustache. I think that's his name. Um, into an inside cradle that didn't work, and then shit. Hawkins ended up with the victory because Zack Ryder kind of blind tagged Hawkins. The referee saw it, and all the commotion, the confusion was like the Revival um, didn't know who. They thought Zack was still a legal man, but it was Hawkins, and that's how they won. You know, I don't know. It was a filler match. It did the job. but it but it still proves like What was the purpose for this match? I know it was a rematch, but this is something they could have saved like later down the line with a story. You know what I'm saying? It felt rushed. Anyway, um, the next segment it was Baron Corbin celebration. He said, "Who the fuck is Mike? Who the hell is Mike Rome? That's what I want to know. Is he a upstart or announcer, still like reading cue JoJo and the other person that's that has an awesome announcing voice? He announced mainly all the matches at WrestleMania. Anyway, how come they don't get cue cards, but this fucking jabroni over here is like having having technical difficulties with my software. It froze on me. Anyway, um, if you see me like look over here, I'm only looking at my recording. All right, so next time you see me looking over here, you know what it is. So after Craig gave Baron Corbin his props, um, he shook Corbin's hand. Then all of a sudden, Angle put Baron Corbin in the Angle Slam, followed by ankle lock. Then Lars fucking Sullivan came out, Tat Angle, climbed the top rope after looking over there, gave Angle a headbutt, and then a menacing growl, like, "Arr!" We walked up the ramp, and I swear, I can't stand that the cameraman, like, zoom in on Lars' face, and you saw a mucus little around his lip, and then he sucked it back. I was like, ugh, that shit was nasty. I hate when the cameraman do shots like that. The fucking mucus shot. I swear to God, even when Paul Heyman speaks on the mic and spit flies out of his mouth to the microphone, ugh, that makes me not want to use that microphone if I become a wrestler. If I have to do a promo, I'll be scared out of my mind about that because public speaking, I can do it, but shit, that's too many people. So, it is what it is. Alexa Bliss calls out Bailey. It was a hard foul match after a couple of slaps and hair pulls, and Bliss is the victor. After a short and sloppy brawl. That's what I saw in that segment or that match. All the matches was throwaways. I swear it didn't provide no meaning to it whatsoever. Why did Alexa Bliss um, even wrestling Bailey? Just the Russell Bailey? Don't make no sense. I swear it don't. So the next segment, the man Becky Lynch comes out, did an awesome promo. This is like the promo show Raw is. I swear. It's all about talking on this show. I don't know. Anyway, she did a real riveting promo. The crowd was behind her. They were singing her theme song. Um, shit. It was nice. It was nice to see that. And then, she was like, hey, any of you girls in the back want some, come get some, whatever. I'm paraphrasing what John Cena would say, but still. Oh, that was it. Lacey Evans came in and, Becky Lynch started staring at her like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? You know what I'm saying? And then they had their little stare down. Then all of a sudden, Lacey Evans sucker punches Bailey. And then all of a sudden, one thing led to another. Lacey Evans and Becky Lynch is brawling. So now we know who's the next victim of Becky Lynch. Is fucking, which that Lacey Evans not going. She will win the title later down the line, but right now, Lacey is still new on the main roster. That's just a placeholder for the real opponent for Becky Lynch, whoever that might be. I think it probably be Charlotte Flair. I don't know. Anyway, so okay, she did a good promo. Lacey Evans came out, punched Becky after 1 minute after a stare down. They brawled up and down the ramp. Well, mostly up the ramp to the stage. That was it. Like Becky Lynch put a disarmer on on Lacey Evans. I'm getting tired, y'all. So excuse me if I get flustered with my words. But that was it. Um, Seth Rollins backstage interview. Basically, it was like Charlotte Caruso asked him a question pertaining Kofi challenge, and then Seth Rollins was like, "I ain't gonna let nobody come in my house and challenge me like a bitch. I'm gonna man up and accept it. That's all I can do." Which that was pretty solid. I like Seth Rollins' promo skills. Um, Even though it was scripted, like everything is scripted. I think some people have the freedom to have ad lib, promos, but it was all right with me. I had no problems with it. Then you had Ricochet and Aleister Black versus Rude and Gable. Something about me that Rude and Gable was turning heel. And why, you may ask, is that when you saw that, picture in pepper, shit, see, can't talk. That picture in picture, that little face cam shit. Gable was like, we will be on top of the division by any means necessary. Now, when you use words like that, that's very heelish. No babyface would say by any means necessary, I'm going to win this match. No, you are becoming a heel, and it showed at the end of the match. You know, even though Ricochet and Aleister Black won, at the end of the match, Bobby Roode showed his true colors, while he needed to be heel all along, because a guy like that works better as a heel. All of his shit that he'd been uh, um, participating in Impact Wrestling, he was a good heel. Off the chain, whatever. Off the chain. Whatever that theme song is. He was good as a heel. And finally, after I don't know how many years, probably 2, Bobby Roode is a heel. He's coming as a heel because he cheap shouted at Ricochet. So it did the business. Um, Elias had a backstage promo spot. He's playing a guitar in his dressing room. He was like, anybody who interrupts me again got hell to pay, whatever, blah, blah, blah. All right. Now, the next segment right here is Dean Ambrose versus Bobby Lashley. This was actually Dean's last match. Fast forward, was when Bobby Lashley say, "When you're gone, I'll take good care of your wife." That set off Dean Ambrose. The match didn't even start. It was a fucking brawl. Up the ramp on the stage. That stage and rap was played so hard, it was like, okay, they can do it. We can do it too. What the fuck? We can brawl. Dean Ambrose cleared off the table and tried to, slam Bobby Lashley onto the table, but I think Bobby Lashley got a whiff of what he was doing. And then Bobby Lashley slammed Dean Ambrose on the table. Referees and his wife, Renee Young, was on there trying to comfort Dean Ambrose in that blatant attack. It was Awful. It was awful. Oh man. So see here. We had a Bray Wyatt is coming back. I knew that was Bray Wyatt because it was a vignette when Raw came back on air after a commercial. It was like this box and a vulture, a buzzer came out with like a Hawaiian shirt. Yeah, I knew who that was because who else wears Hawaiian shirts? Bray Wyatt. And then you heard a laugh, and it was it was reminiscence of Bray Wyatt. That was a Bray Wyatt laugh. Plus, there was a fucking buzzer, so you knew who they was talking about. That was it. Like a fake ass, creepy ass buzzard puppet coming out of a box. I'm like, they could have did something better than that. Than a buzzard puppet coming out of a fucking cardboard box. Damn, that's very riveting. No, it's not. Anyway, okay. So Sami Zayn came back. You see him walking backstage with the commercial. Raw comes back on. We see Mojo Rawley, dumbass, talking to a mirror. And then Sami Zayn was in the ring. He issues an open challenge to Finn Balor. Why the referee tell the announcer about an impromptu match to announce, and the announcer is so confused, and all of a sudden it's for the Intercontinental Championship. Well, what? When the fuck that happened? An impromptu match. Then Finn Balor's like, I'll put my title on the line. I don't remember he saying that, but all of a sudden it's for the Intercontinental Championship. Because I knew that Sami Zayn was going to lose. My eyes hurt. These lights hurt me. I swear. Maybe I'm so sleepy. But that shit was disgusting. Of course, Finn Balor is going to win. He's just winning at WrestleMania. So I don't know what was the point of this match. Didn't provide no story, no nothing. But after the match, Sami Zayn got on the match and basically told all the fans in attendance that they're toxic. All they do is complain about shit, and then he walked out the ring. He's like, you go to hell. And he dropped the mic and walked out the fucking ring. With what? Huh? Fuck. Anyway, Dana Brooke came out. Backstage promo. And her tone was, what she was saying was a little bit condescending towards Becky. And making her feel like I'm the next one that's going to battle Becky Lynch for them titles. So, that was it. She wasn't convincing enough for me. She don't have that psychology yet. That's what I look for in a good promo. That psychology. Make me believe what you're saying. All actors have psychology. It's about having that conviction and having the crowd believe what you're saying and feeling what you're saying to have that organic feel, if that makes sense. But it is what it is. Peoples. I can't keep crunching my knuckles, and it hurts. And now when I crack them, my fingers feel good now. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm getting tired. I'll start to ramble a lot, y'all. So please bear with me. So Elias is in the ring again. We still listen to him talk. But anyway, he's in the ring and he doing this promo and he's rapping in regards to John Cena of what Cena did to WrestleMania, or what Cena did to him at WrestleMania, and he rapped. And at the end of the Elias rap, he said, "Anybody interrupts me is a dead man." Then the Undertaker showed up, Gave Elias a choke slam and a fucking um, um, tombstone. That was it. So I was like, it got a huge pop from the crowd from that because that was the fucking Undertaker, and it was awesome. It was the only thing that was awesome for this show. And then the main event came. It was confusing though because you kind of knew that nobody was going to win that winner takes all. Somebody was going to interfere, and it was the Bar. But when the Bar was like in there, I was thinking to myself, why are they there? Why the Bar? They, are they going to pair up Kofi Kingston and Seth Rollins into a tag team? But they can't because Kofi Kingston is with the New Day. Anyway, nothing about the main event didn't make no fucking sense whatsoever. It was like all the matches was thrown in there for effect just because it was Raw after Mania. If they didn't put no effort into the show, they just with the show, plop some shit in there and like, here you go. That's Raw right there. That's why I don't watch Raw, because it's lazy. They got real lazy. But when AEW comes and blows them out the fucking water, what would WWE do? Ask yourself that question. What would WWE do? They have to step up their game somehow because AEW is going to be a contender in competition. And don't give me that bullshit talking about WWE competes for every show on TV. That's a cop out. That show is getting ratings that's beyond WWE because it's not fucking wrestling. What's over there is more interesting than what WWE does. And they shouldn't compare other shows as competition because that's not even the correct product to even deem competition. It's deemed competition because it's another content creator with another content creator on TV. But to tell you the truth, them shows are not competition. As far as ratings is concerned, they are, but anything else, they're not competition. AEW is going to be a competitor. Impact Wrestling is a competitor. Lucha Underground is a competitor. They are a direct competition with WWE. WWE is so fucking big, yeah, they pretty much don't care about them companies, but AEW, there's going to be a major competitive landscape this coming October. So anyway, that's Raw. It is what it is. I'm going to fall asleep. Well, first I gotta edit this shit and put this shit on YouTube. But yeah, it is what it is. All the match was thrown in there is garbage. It was trash for real. So anyway, hit that like button, comment below. I love to hear your feedback. Hit that subscribe button and also click on that bell. All right.